Happy Monday. All right, so before I start, let's just talk about the plan for the week here. It's a short week. Next week is spring break, so that's good. So today we're gonna do new material, okay? Tomorrow we're gonna do a test review for extra credit, and there's gonna be a test on Thursday. Wednesday will just be a free day, okay? So that's the plan for the week. The homework, there's only going to be homework tonight, is the only homework night, but the homework's still due on Monday, even though Monday is during spring break. So if you don't like the idea that homework's due on spring break, then just do it before that. Okay, that's a simple explanation or solution to that problem. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that's clear. The homework's still due Monday, but do it ahead of time if you don't want to have work to do. Right? It's just one night's homework, just today. Okay. Same thing goes for the test corrections. The test is Thursday. Test corrections are due Monday. So if you don't want homework to do over the weekend and whatever, then just do it like Thursday night when you get the test corrections. Okay. And those are optional anyway. So if you choose to do them, you just got to do them before Monday. Any questions on that? Okay. So today, this is the last day of new material before the test. We're going to talk about composite figures. So this whole unit has been about area of geometric figures. So a composite figure is just a complicated figure that can be broken up into simple pieces. That's the main idea. Okay, so a composite figure is an irregular shape that can be broken up into simple pieces. Okay, so like for example, suppose we wanted to calculate the area of the grassy part in the middle of the track or something like that, right? Like if you think about what that irregular shape is, it's really just a rectangle with two semicircles attached at the ends, right? So this is really the shape of a track. The rectangle with two semicircles, right? So if we do these lengths, like for example, suppose that we know that the straightaway is 100 meters. And let's say that we know, I'm just making this up, I really don't know how far across it is, but let's just say that across it, it's, let's say 50 meters. Well, even though this is an irregular shape, you can think of it in terms of simple pieces, right? If you really think about this, we can calculate its area by just calculating the area of a rectangle plus the area of a semicircle plus the area of another semicircle, which if you combine the two semicircles, it's really just a circle, right? So that's really the bottom line. You can just add together basic areas. The area of the rectangle is length times width, which is 100 times 50. And the area of a circle is pi r squared. So this would be pi times 25 squared, right? Since they give us the diameter is 50. The diameter is 50, and the radius is 25. So that's it. This just ends up being 100 times 50, which is 5,000, plus 25 squared is 625 pi. This would be like the exact answer, and that's as simple as you can make it. You can't combine those in any way because they're not like terms, but that's the answer. It would be 5,000 plus 625 pi. square meters. And if you wanted a decimal answer, which they might ask for, then you can do that easily enough. Just use your calculator. So here you just take 5,000 plus 625 pi, calculator, and you end up with 6,963. So say they want it to the nearest square meter. It would be 6,963 square meters. Okay? That's a composite figure. Let's just do a couple more examples. What if you had something like a parallelogram that had a semicircle attached? This. What if that's the shape you're trying to? Did I just change it? Yeah, it's there still. Sorry. This looks a little. Right, so say you have a parallelogram with a semicircle attached. And let's say this was like 24 inches. This is 14 inches. And this is 10 inches. Okay, same idea, right? You could split this up into two simple figures. The area would really just be the parallelogram plus a semicircle, right? The parallelogram is base times height, which remember you got to use perpendicular height. So it would be 24 times 10. And a semicircle is half of a circle. So this is 1/2 pi r squared. Yeah, 1/2 pi times the radius. Now, here's, you have to think this through. If that's 14, this is also 14, right? Because it's a parallelogram, opposite sides are the same length. So the radius is just 7. Yes. 7 squared. Okay? So again, let's say they asked us to find this to the nearest tenth or something. You could just type this all into your calculator. 24 times 10 is 240. So 240 plus 0.5 times pi times 49 equals, so to the nearest tenth, what would this be to the nearest tenth?
317.0.
Yeah, 317.0. Okay, so just be careful about rounding. 317.0. And it would be square inches. Okay? Sometimes instead of adding simple shapes, sometimes you subtract simple shapes. Like for example, what if they had a rectangle that was missing a semicircle at the end, something like that. All right. So if this is, let's say, 15 centimeters, and this is 10 centimeters, the area of this figure would be the area of the rectangle minus the area of the semicircle, right? If you take out a semicircle from this rectangle, you get exactly what you're looking for. So this is just length times width, 15 times 10, minus 1/2 pi r squared, 1/2 pi times pi squared. So let's do this to the nearest tenth as well. It would be 150 minus 0.5 pi times 25. So it would be 110.7. And what's the units here? Centimeters squared. So it's that simple, right? We have these basic formulas. We have formulas for rectangles, parallelograms, rhombuses, trapezoids, circles, right? We have these basic shapes, and all these composite figures are going to be either sums or differences of those basic shapes. That's the whole idea. Any questions? All right, so that's it. So the homework is on Delta Math. Like I said, it's due Monday. It's called the area of composite figures. There won't be another live or recorded lesson until after break, because tomorrow we have the test review for extra credit. Wednesday is just a free day, and Thursday is the test. So there's no live or recorded lesson until after break. Cool?